Hello and welcome to Prime Business. I am Pius Kujubaka. The Bank of Ghana has announced that it has postponed the national launch of the Cedi's 60th anniversary program on Friday, August 8. According to a statement issued by the bank today, this is due to the tragic death of 5 prominent government officials and 3 members of the Ghana Armed Forces in a military helicopter crash which occurred on Wednesday. I'd like to share with you excerpts of the statement as released by the Bank of Ghana. Pretty soon, you will have it on your screens, so we read it together. It reads, postponement of the national launch of the Cedi at 60th anniversary. The Bank of Ghana refers to the notice number, there you go with that number, dated 14th July 2025 on the national launch of the Cedi at 60th anniversary activities, which was scheduled for Friday, 8th August 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center, and regrets to announce that the launch has been postponed until further notice. It goes on to say the decision has been taken following the tragic death of 5 prominent government officials and 3 members of the Ghana Armed Forces in a military helicopter crash which occurred yesterday, 6th August 2025. It goes on to say the bank extends its deepest condolences to His Excellency the President of the Republic and the government and people of Ghana and the families of the departed. It concludes by saying the bank appreciates the understanding and cooperation of all its stakeholders and the general public during this period of national mourning. Meanwhile, the business community has joined Ghanaians in expressing its sympathy and condolences to the government and families of the 8 persons who lost their lives in yesterday's helicopter crash near Adansi in the Ashanti region. Here's more. All right, we shall bring you that story subsequently, but we've got to shift focus to some other stories. The National Communications Authority has served notice to MultiChoice Ghana Limited with a notice of its intention to suspend the company's subscription management service for a satellite television broadcasting authorization pursuant to Section 13 of the Electronic Communications Act 2008, Act 775. Here's more. The move announced on Thursday stems from growing concerns about the company's pricing structure. In a statement, the NCA cited Section 13 of the Electronic Communications Act 2008, Act 775, as the legal basis for the action. It stated that the current pricing model employed by MultiChoice Ghana is deemed inimical to the public interest, prompting regulatory scrutiny. The authority did not immediately disclose the specific aspects of the pricing model that triggered the action, but industry observers have pointed to recent public complaints about frequent and steep subscription fee increases. As required by law, the NCA has given MultiChoice Ghana 30 days to respond. During this period, the company may present its position, offer remedial actions, and submit a written statement of objections to the impending suspension. The development marks a significant turning point in the regulatory relationship between the NCA and one of Ghana's most prominent paid television providers. If the suspension proceeds, it could disrupt access to popular satellite TV services for thousands of subscribers across the country. The authority, however, emphasized that its actions are guided by a responsibility to uphold public interest and protect consumers from exploitative practices. However, MultiChoice Ghana is yet to issue a formal response to the notice. In the meantime, the NCA has encouraged calm among subscribers and assured the public that it remains committed to regulating the communications industry fairly and responsibly. Oil exploration firm Tullow has recorded a loss after tax for the first half of this year. This was captured in its half-year financials released on August 6. More in this report.
The half-year numbers also showed that Tullow Oil is reducing its loss position. The financials revealed that the loss after tax reduced from $196 million to $61 million ending June this year. However, in terms of gross revenue, it reached more than $500 million ending June this year. Tullow also argued that it is pressing ahead with measures that would help improve its performance going forward. It again added that some of these measures are actually yielding some results that would help fast-track the recovery of the oil exploration firm in the coming months. Tullow Oil also announced that it has revised downwards its production targets for the end of this year.
The Ghana Oil and Gas Insurance Pool is partnering with some international insurance dealers and underwriters for a capacity-building seminar for players in Ghanaian industry, which, when it comes to insurance. Now, the move is aimed at supporting industry players with advanced knowledge in the global energy landscape. Here's a report. The three-day event brought together stakeholders in the upstream petroleum sector and insurance underwriters to share expertise and insight as Ghana continues to expand insurance coverage in the oil and gas space. Head for Ghana Oil and Gas Insurance Pool, Kwabena Labi, believes this is critical as many oil and gas companies enter the country's oil fields.
I think that is very pivotal it's very pivotal for Ghana as we are on the frontiers. We have super majors showing interest in our upstream industry. So we are hoping that if we prepare our underwriters, the insurance companies and the brokers for this, we will be able to get the knowledge we need to be able to underwrite these complex risks that we have.
Insurance broker from the London market and head of energy at Aces Insurance Brokers, Mark Moore, believes this will improve market understanding and boost confidence in the sector.
The impact of the training here will be to improve understanding across the market. I believe we have a number of delegates from insurance brokers and insurance companies, and with the exciting potential of Ghana's energy sector, particularly the offshore oil and gas, I think there is a lot more scope for growth and development, and that doesn't just mean about technical aspects of extraction. It's in finance and insurance and banking and other areas that the rich reserves here in Ghana have the potential to really assist growth and development and understanding.
Energy insurance underwriter Tenuela Tijani also urged for more collaboration between the local market and London market to support growth in the sector.
So we are one of the supporters of the GoGet program, and we think it's really important for collaboration between the local market and London market. It's important for us to meet who we support and to bridge that gap and build relationships. I think training programs like this are really important. I think it gives a bit of insight into how we view risk from a London market's perspective, and I think as well it will give the local market just a little bit of insight into our practices and why upstream is so key to, I guess, global development and things of that nature.
GoGet hopes to build on the partnership to build more capacity of players. Still on insurance, forensic partner at Deloitte, Clinton Thomopoulos, has advised insurance firms to adopt proactive measures to mitigate fraud risks. His recommendations come at a time when fraud is increasingly becoming prevalent within the insurance industry. He made these remarks during a webinar organized by Deloitte on insurance fraud awareness and mitigation.
Number one is to ensure that you conduct regular fraud risk assessments across the business, not only from an enterprise level, but from a process level. So the questions that we need to ask ourselves are, when did we last run risk assessment across new business, across claims, premium administration, intermediaries, etc. And those fraud risk assessments would feed into your risk register, which would allow you then to adequately mitigate that risk. And the importance of the fraud risk assessments is not a once-off. This is an ongoing process because, in my experience, as you mitigate those risks, there's opportunity for individuals to identify other weaknesses within the process in terms of changes. When new policy types are developed and rolled out, there's risks associated with that as well. So one of those key elements is having the fraud risk assessments in place. That's an essential. Having proper mechanisms to report fraud. And research continues to show that hotlines are one of the key elements in terms of reporting that, but also creating awareness amongst employees, amongst intermediaries And that awareness can vary. You can have your generic awareness around what is fraud, what is corruption, what is theft, but you need to start drilling down into more specific type awareness for the claims teams, for the new business teams, how they would identify particular schemes and fraud risks. But it all starts with managing it from a proactive point of view, and the fraud risk assessments are critical.
I'd like to take you back to our earlier story where I was telling you about the business community expressing their condolences to government and families of the 8 persons who lost their lives in yesterday's helicopter crash near Adansi in the Ashanti region. Here's a report.
Let's first start with the Ghana Chamber of Mines, which in a statement maintained that it is their hope that the death of these gallant citizens will not end up in vain. The Chamber argued that the true respect that one can pay to them is how we work hard to end illegal and irresponsible mining in the country. The Ghana Association of Banks also in a statement maintained that the banking industry stands with the nation in mourning the tragic loss of these distinguished public servants and professionals. The Association of Ghana Industries, for instance, recounts their engagement with the Deputy Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, Dr. Murtala Muhammad, at the Industrial Summit earlier this year, and even his contribution to the association and the sector. Telecom giant MTN in a statement expressed their condolence to the victims. Its chief executive, Stephen Blewett, called on all citizens to honor the memories of those who have passed with dignity and respect. The Chartered Insurance Institute of Ghana, on their part, maintained that the victims are not just leaders and professionals, but pillars of service and dedication to their country. Oil marketing giant GOIL described the victims as persons who served with purpose and distinction. Most of these firms have also come up with several themes on their social media platforms expressing their condolences to the families of these victims.
And as we continue to mourn, we know the President will be addressing the nation on the back of that at 9 p.m. Charles Joy News, we shall be bringing you up to the minute on that. Let's shift focus to some other stories. The Federation of Association of Ghanaian Exporters, FAGE, has taken a bold step to promote women's participation in traditional exports. Speaking at the launch of FAGE's first major collaboration under its newly established Women's Desk, Chief Executive Officer of FAGE, Abdul Karim, described the move as a strategic step towards inclusive economic growth and job creation through traditional exports. Here's a report.
The initiative, which marks the CEO of FAGE, Abdul Karim Dubiri's first major milestone since assuming office 10 months ago, seeks to empower women entrepreneurs to expand into export markets. He says the partnership aligns with FAGE's broader goal of growing businesses for impact.
If you enrich a woman, you enrich a whole community. So it is better that we work to enrich the women, and they'll have impacts on the community they come from. And with export, is the main thing being of our problems. Once we are able to export more, get foreign exchange, we improve our lives, we improve the lives of the communities, we create jobs, we get foreign exchange for our country. Women out there, you are so powerful, you have the power. This is the time for you to come onto the export scene. And in fact, FAGE is the largest organization of traditional export in this country. So come and join us. We have the expertise. We will teach you how it is done.
Lead at Guzakuza, a female-led agribusiness support organization, Nana Adjoa Mponsa says the collaboration builds on a decade-long mission to inspire women in building resilient agribusinesses and venture into export.
We have been doing this for the past 10 years. We have been not really empowering, but inspiring women, because we know that women are already empowered. They have the power, but we want to inspire them to be able to build resilient agribusiness. And we've been doing this since 2015. This is our 10th year. We've also realized that FAGE is doing something similar to what we're doing. They are also helping people, but they have the network of women as well. So we thought what we could do together to make sure that these women in export also have what they need to excel.
Emmanuel Ansa Amprofi, coordinator for youth, gender, and differently abled persons, says women across the country are already creating jobs and building strong brands. He believes targeted support and access to markets can help position them as key drivers of economic growth.
Women are doing a lot of things. There are women creating jobs, building brands all across the country. And if you look at the agricultural value chain, export of our commodities is key. And so for us, women are doing more of these things. How then do we now bring them to the forefront and then include them, build their capacities and make sure that they also get the market access?
With growing collaboration across sectors, the initiative is expected to position women as central players in Ghana's export economy, driving job creation, foreign exchange, and long-term national growth.
And to some other stories, Customer Experience Professionals Ghana has signed a memorandum of understanding with accounting firm KPMG. The partnership with KPMG offers quality assurance in ensuring a fair and robust Ghana Customer Experience Conference and Awards, which will come off on September 10. Now, speaking at a short ceremony, which also marked the launch of the awards, Esther Dukuya-Fusuhini, president of the Customer Experience Professionals Ghana, explained that prioritizing customer service contributes greatly to socio-economic development.
The partnership with KPMG, renowned for its decades of exceptional accounting practice in Ghana, will further solidify the credibility of the Ghana Customer Experience Conference and Awards. The awards aim to recognize individuals and companies who have excelled in championing customer experience. Esther Dukuya-Fusuhini, president of Customer Experience Professionals Ghana, explains the rationale behind the awards. She spoke to Joy Business at a signing ceremony with KPMG.
Over the years, myself and my colleagues in the industry have worked a lot in the background to ensure that companies are designing exceptional experiences for their customers. We don't show ourselves out there, but we are, like our colleague said, the engine. We are the catalyst. We bring the front, the business and the operational units together to design experiences for the customers. And we think it is time that our role is shown out there. The importance of experience to the Ghanaian economy and to organizations come out clearly so that organizations will invest in delivering and driving great experiences.
She outlined the modalities for the upcoming awards scheduled for September this year.
The nominations will be open from this Friday, 8th of August 2025, and would close on the 5th of September 2025, a whole month, to ensure that the judges will be able to go through all the nominations and then make the appropriate selections. On the 10th of October 2025, we'll be having the annual CXP Ghana Conference and the CXX Awards at the Labadi Beach Hotel at 9 a.m. in the morning. And so that is where the awards would be, the nominated persons would be announced, and then they would be celebrated.
Meanwhile, Jonathan Lutrot, partner management consulting at KPMG, emphasized the contribution of customer experience in promoting socio-economic growth.
KPMG globally prioritizes or understands the strategic value of customer experience, and yet the traditional view of customer experience has been more as the customer service department. So it was important for us to partner with an organization like CXP Ghana to help our businesses realize the strategic value of customer experience as an enabler for growth, as an enabler for sustainability. So those underlie the reasons why we decided to partner with CXP for this initiative.
Nominations for the awards will begin on August 8 and end on September 5. The Customer Experience Professionals Ghana entreats individuals and companies to submit nominations via their website www.cxpghana.com/conference.
Societ Generale Ghana has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening healthcare delivery in Ghana through its corporate social responsibility donation to the National Cardiothoracic Center of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Here's more.
As part of ongoing efforts to promote good health and well-being, Societ Generale Ghana's staff and management made a joint donation of essential cardiothoracic equipment in direct response to the request from the National Cardiothoracic Center. The items donated include 1 cardiac defibrillator, 1 ECG machine, and 4 patient cardiac monitors, all of which are crucial to the treatment of cardiovascular patients. Speaking at the presentation ceremony, Deputy Managing Director of Societ Generale Ghana, Kwame Abe, expressed the bank's dedication to supporting critical healthcare needs.
It is part of our corporate social responsibility. It's something we've done for over 2 decades. It's something the staff, an initiative the staff decided to do by donating part of their salaries, and then at the end of the year, the management always tops up the amount, and then we use it to support the Ghana Heart Foundation. As a bank, apart from the profits that we make, the people and the communities that we work with are very, very important to us. We cannot just work and then make the profits and then not help the communities in which we live. So this is one of the special initiatives that we do supporting the healthcare. It is also part of meeting the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Goal number 3, good healthcare, is one that today we have responded to.
Director of the National Cardiothoracic Center, Dr. Kointua Mensah, expressed profound gratitude to the bank, stating that the equipment will significantly enhance the center's ability to provide timely and effective care.
This donation means a lot to the National Cardiothoracic Center. As you may be well aware, our work involves dealing with various types of heart conditions, congenital or acquired. Some of them need medication to treat, others need interventions in a cath lab, others also need open heart surgeries. Whatever form that the condition comes in, these equipment are necessary in the process of diagnosis, in the process of treatment, and then monitoring the aftercare. The donation made by SG Bank today will go a long way to augment what we already have, and they will significantly increase our capacity to be able to deliver heart care to all our patients and also emergency services to the clients who present to us.
The donation underscores Societ Generale Ghana's broader corporate social responsibility strategy, which focuses on impactful investment of health delivery in the country.
That's it for Prime Business. I am Pius Kojo Baka. Prime Source is next with Daniel Cranting.